Okay.
Wow.
We are live now.
Yep. Hello and welcome to the show. You're listening to Let's Drone On or Out as usual. And we are joined by none other than the wonderful Tony.
Bonjour.
Wonderful. That was wonderful. Wow, Tony. He likes you
I
today.
know. Wonderful, but he's probably
Love
been
is in the
shouting.
air.
I bet he's been
When Jack
shouting.
and Tony fly.
I bet he's been shouting at my quad. I bet it's not that wonderful, is it? Look. See? There's the wonderful.
And we are joined by the lovey-dovey hippie.
Oh, yeah. Trying to get you two calmed and loved up. I think it's already happening, actually, you two.
I know. We have 4
Peace.
viewers, so that worked.
Have you put a post out? I mean, it's a bit late, isn't it, Jack?
Yeah.
But you can hear the disappointment in his breath.
Oh, like clearly I do everything. Jay, would you be interested in like you're always trying to like steal Let's Drone Out? Would you be interested in like owning it? You don't actually have to give me any money or anything. You just need to like develop a decent website, have a platform where there's only one place to go to listen to Let's Drone Out.
We've already got that.
No, we've got several, actually. You've got it on here, but...
And yeah, you just don't have me on there.
Well, we want you, Jack. I mean, you've been here since day one when we used to be Let's Drone On, interestingly enough, and you're part of the furniture now. You can't go.
Yeah, man.
If we don't take any ownership of it, ultimately you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so unlucky. We're leaving now. Bye.
I mean, yeah.
We've
had a year of growth there, haven't we? I mean, looking back, we've had a year of growth. We've had some adventures. We've had an LDO games. We've gone out and stuff. And actually, we've grown a lot in that first year when we came down to your where you are now.
Yeah, I remember that day. There was.
And actually, that year has been fun with you, Jack. You can't abandon us or pass it on or sell it on or whatever. I mean, what we do need to do is maybe, I don't know, grow it together. Together, let's talk about together. This is the hippie Let's Drone Out time.
Pardon me if I think I just burped live.
That's Tony's response to that.
Sorry.
So this week, anyway, whilst we're still debating whether we're Let's Drone On, Let's Drone Out, was the drone show. And you two late stop outs, dirty stop outs, were up there all weekend, weren't you?
We were. Had a good time.
Yeah. Any dancing and pit tuning on the dance floor?
No flying from either of us this time. We learned from our mistakes last year. Well, the mistake as in, you know what it's like multipathing in a building like that. It was horrendous.
Well, yeah, but the connection feeds looked good, didn't they? I mean, I saw some of the connection feeds.
Yeah, they looked promising. That looks like the way forward for flying indoors is the Connect system.
Yeah, I didn't
except when you've got Wi-Fi.
Yeah, they did have a few problems.
I must say, we had Pilot who came in third last week on Leo Whitfield. I was cheering for you, buddy. Unfortunately, he did crash out.
Such a shame.
I know. What? Poor guy. But, you know.
He's young, he's talented, he'd be all right.
Yeah, I hope so. I have got some interviews from the no Jack must stay. I got NJ Tech. I got cut off from Jack and never saw him again. Where were you hiding? I was wandering around loads with my little press pass and stuff, and you know interviewed a few people. My only downside was if you have the headphone volume really loud, it sounds like you're blowing yourself out. And all my recordings are very good.
Whoa. Okay, Jack. Jack, that must be you.
Yep, that was me.
That was certainly cleared out my ear holes.
Yeah, that hurt.
I'm really sorry about that. Hang on.
This you can tell this is live.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This is
how's
how we
that?
roll.
How is that?
You've gone really
Well, yeah,
quiet.
you are quite quiet now, as though you've just disconnected
Yeah.
yourself.
Ugh. This is a nightmare.
So you were pretty much tied up with the fossil stuff. I mean, there was quite a busy stand with the Revo tone.
Yeah, we introduced our new frame, which was been looking forward to talk about and show off for a couple of months, and I had to keep it under wraps. So I've been a good boy like that. Didn't show any of my mates or anything.
I mean, that was the first I saw of it. So, but
Yeah,
for me, like picking up the frame and actually holding it, because for a while I was wondering how this tensioner would work and how it would look, just seeing it, on the morning traveling there.
yeah.
But it felt like there was a bit more engineering to a standard quad, like halfway between, well, not halfway, but more akin to like a helicopter, where there's different parts that you actually tighten and stuff, rather than just putting screws into standoffs or whatever. It just seemed
Yeah.
like there was a bit more, and I was impressed with it, the Revo frame.
Well, you know what we've done? We turned the legs the other way, so there was less airflow. So it was more aerodynamics. But doing that, we needed to find a rigging to make it stiffer. So we went through like 20 different riggings to find the one we're using now, and I think it's one from Germany. It's like pre-stretched line with about 150 braking strain. It's like a woven material. We tried wire, everything, like cheese cutting wire, loads of
I
different.
suppose, yeah, it's
Loads
a bit of a balance between not something that's not going to cut through the carbon and
Yeah,
something that will still
that
keep
was
it.
it. Yeah, that was it. I mean, the one I've got is still a like production model. I mean, it's pretty much finished. We're just doing a few more bits to it, but it flies amazing. And what can I
But I
say?
mean,
It's our first venture into carbon fiber, and I think it's such a great design by Martin, and all the guys are on board the fossil stuff. We've had really good time. Enjoyed doing what we've done to make it and get it where it is.
yeah, I mean, it's quite light, which is one thing, but also just looking at the top profile, there's very little to get in the way of the prop, thrust going down through the frame, whereas before in the arms, and especially on the Gravity series, it would have, met with some solid
Yeah,
obstruction.
that's it.
Yeah, I was impressed, and it was good to see Martin there again. Hello to you, Martin, if you're tuned in.
He hopefully is,
If not, why not?
or he hear it on the podcast. Hopefully. How's your sound, Jack? You back with us yet?
I don't know. How does
Yes.
it sound?
Yeah,
Good.
you're sounding fine. Welcome back, Jack. You're listening to Let's Try Now.
Yep. Am I loud enough?
You're loud enough.
You are. It was nice, nice seeing you up there, Jay. Seeing putting was it names to faces, or is that the right?
Yeah, well, because I mean, there's a few people that I've bought from or spoken with, and it was actually good to actually meet the suppliers, and not all the suppliers that are out there, but quite a few good ones of them. And
yeah, Painless walking around there. I had to say
I never
hello
got to
him.
meet Painless, actually. I think I
He was
saw him,
there.
but no, it was him, so I wasn't going to go around. Are you Painless 360? You Painless 360? But yeah, I saw it on your video actually. It's a pretty good
Yeah,
video.
he was there Saturday. So yeah, he was wandering around. It's
Was it busy on the Sunday?
Sorry.
How busy was it on the Sunday?
I think it was quite busy. I was I was not feeling too great on the Sunday. Get off, Jack! You're putting some stupid glasses. Look, give me a bad tooth and all. If you're listening to this on the podcast, we do apologise. Jack is.
He needs to steal my stuff.
I'll make something bad on my teeth. Jack is doodling on my face. Speak, and now I'm wearing. Well, it actually moves as well. I've got Mr. Steel moustache. I have to do that every 5 seconds.
Oh dear.
Yeah, sorry.
Thanks. Yeah, so it was a
Let's
great
draw
weekend.
out Jack.
Yeah, sorry. I've had enough now. I'm.
He hasn't really. We're just laughing at you at the moment,
It's
Tony.
nice seeing people who follow you on your YouTube channel, you've never really spoke to before, or you've texted them loads of times, but actually never met them in person. So that was pretty cool, meeting people that I've spoke to before, and you know, like one of our Patreons, I met one of them today. I'll let Strone out Patreon. That was nice.
I mean,
Steve, what's up, Steve?
There was an interesting mix of what you could actually buy there, I found, from cars to toys to, and it was probably more tailored rather than a family day out looking at drones to pilots. Unless, of course, you're turning up to buy a Mavic, which sold out within minutes, wasn't it? 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think it was very quick.
One a minute or something.
Wheeler Dealers Mike Brewer was there trying to buy one.
Was he?
It was quite funny, and he was a bit disappointed. But there was one or two left from some other companies who had like, make me an offer. So really, like, if anything, if you can if you've got enough money, join the DJI waiting list. And as soon as you get something, you can kind of like list it on eBay and sell it for more than what you paid for it. It's ridiculous. Like.
It's that Apple/DJI partnership sort of mentality.
Yeah. It's nuts. Like I get it. It's a nice bit of kit, and it's small and compact. But
speaking of which, there's a few people that I know that actually spent their hard-earned cash, or not so hard-earned cash, and bought them, but they're now pretty peeved off that they're available in a high street stores, but not on their pre-order. So naughty DJI.
Yeah. As usual, I know, like, make loads of money and screw everyone else over. Because that's kind of what happens, really. Because I heard a rumor that like one of the stores had bought all their stock from Maplin, and then the other guys had bought all their stock from Apple. Which is nuts, really, because like you're literally walking into a shop being like, how many have you got? And is Tony drawing on me?
I'm not doing anything.
Clearly, it's not me. You've got sample text in the top corner.
Oh my god! Now what's happening now? We've got our production value. Our production value has just gone through the roof. If you're not tuned in, you should be. If you're listening to the podcast, you're missing all the fun that happens when it's live.
Oh god, we're so distracted. We're like kids. Do you want me to
squirrel?
Yeah. Do you want me to play a little? I don't know how well you can hear it. If not, I'll have to like edit it on the fly. But
yeah, let's give it a go. Who's this one with? Like, who are you having a chat with? This is
with Ofcom.
So Ofcom, with the Office of
Can you hear it?
And we are responsible for many things, but one that involves drones is use of the spectrum. We want everyone to be able to use the radio spectrum and
not affect each other.
And not suffer from interference, and just have a merry little time playing along together. So
a merry time.
Actually, get them out of the box. The majority of drones are what we call license exempt, which means that you don't need to get a license in order to be able to use them. Just like your mobile phone is license exempt, like your car key fob to unlock your car keys also license exempt. Because imagine the pain that would come from you buy your mobile phone, then straight away you're on the phone to Ofcom. Can I have a license, please? That would be a pain. So that's why we created this whole license exemption for certain products.
Is that right?
No, that's something completely different. That's why we create these license exemptions. Also, so manufacturers can design products and put them straight out on the market without talking to Ofcom about getting licenses just for their product. There's like a list of license exemptions. So if you build your product to work on a certain frequency, under a certain power, and other things, if your product meets those criteria, then you can put it on the market as a license exempt product, and your consumers don't need to get a license. Now, most drones usually fall under that license exemption, in which case people can just go and buy a drone, take it out of the box. However, some drones do not fall under the license exemption because of the transmitter power, for example. A really, really common one we get is the drones that have cameras on them for the first-person view. They transmit the camera image back to your remote controller or to your goggles, whatever. And often the limit on that, it's 5.8 gig transmitter, and the limit is 25 milliwatts. You know your stuff.
Yeah, but it's 200 something than 600. with
Yeah.
even 1 watt.
Often people want more power so they can go further, so they can get a better video image, whatever it is. But the fact is, if you go over 25 milliwatts on the 5.8 gigahertz band, you need a license from Ofcom. To not use a license and to use over 25 milliwatts is an offence under the Wireless Telegraphy Act 2006.
What kind of trouble can you get into, Toby?
Worst case scenario,
Yeah.
£5,000 fine and 6 months in prison. So the unlicensed use offence is quite a serious offence. To my knowledge, it's not yet been used for a drone user, but that's what the offence would be, and that's what the punishment could be. So, but I suppose it's important to know, and people should take it seriously. The advice we give to consumers more than anything is speak to the manufacturer. We don't expect everyone to be an expert in radio law, so speak to the manufacturer. The manufacturer should be able to guide you. They should be able to help you if they're a decent manufacturer.
Yeah. How can you, like, as a drone user, and like we fly somewhere remotely, say somewhere, this place called Hidden Valley, middle of Rottendean, it's deep down into like a valley, middle of nowhere. The nearest thing you can interfere with is a sheep. Yeah, I don't make you do. How do you go about, and how much does it cost, or what kind of hoops do you have to jump through to get an exemption or a license? Or
so you wouldn't be able to get an exemption. You would be getting the license. In order to get the license, you'd contact our Spectrum licensing team, or we have another team called Program Making and Special Events, and they deal with giving out license for special events. So if you were having a competition on a weekend, for example, you could talk to them and they could help arrange all the licenses for all the users, so everyone could use a Spectrum in that area on that weekend, and it will all be fine. Regarding costs, unfortunately, I have no idea. I don't work for licensing, so I couldn't even give you a ballpark figure.
So what do we do? Just type into Google Ofcom licensing?
Yeah, see what comes up, and hopefully there should be something along there. Particularly if you are doing like an event, program making and special events, Ofcom. Google that. There will be they do have like a generic email address, but they check it. Like when I talk to them, I email that generic email address and they get back to me pretty quickly. So. That's the way you go about that.
Yeah, no worries. It would be really nice if they reached out, for like the hobbyists and enthusiasts that kind of know what they're doing. It would be really nice to be able to reach out and be like, hey, do you want to use more powerful wattage if you know you're being sensible far out and in certain areas, and make it slightly more accessible to be able to do that? I think a few people might jump on board to get a license in. We want to be sensible.
Of course, we realise that people want to be legal, and that's why we're here. We're here to educate and give people advice and pointers. But the fact is, we do have limited resources, and there are loads of Spectrum users, not just hobbyists or drones
as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Wi-Fi. I mean, some of the Wi-Fi hubs, and like you can even get the 2.4 boosters on eBay, and they output 4 watt apparently. It's mental.
Yeah, so you have to be really careful with stuff like getting stuff off eBay and things like that. We do our best to get to police them, but there are different rules. So manufacturers will be putting things on the market under RNTT regulations or the Radio Equipment Directive, depending what's relevant. And it's not illegal to put on the market a transmitter, for example, in the 5.8 gig band. It's not illegal to put on a transmitter as long as it's compliant and CE marked and meets and has done all its testing. If it's 600 milliwatts, that's not illegal. It's only illegal. It's not illegal to buy it.
Not illegal to buy it. Check that out.
It's not illegal to have it. It's only illegal to use it.
It's not illegal to own cannabis seeds, but as soon as you plant them,
they see a drone for sale with a high power, and they're like, "Well, it's a reputable manufacturer, so I'll buy it." But the fact is, buying it's not illegal. Selling it's not illegal.
oh wow, she does send people to sleep, doesn't she?
I liked her.
Without a license.
Yeah, I think she was up against a tough crowd of people probably turning up there. Fair play to her. She explained it all. But can you fly your drone in prison if you go there for 6 months?
I don't know. Like, yeah, Tony.
Really?
You like your little mention?
Shut up.
1 watt?
This is my friend, 1 Watt Tony. We won't tell you why he's called 1 Watt Tony, but
1.2 watt, isn't it?
1.2, yeah, 1250.
I'd stop there if I was you, Tony.
Is that a year in jail now?
No, 6 months and £5,000. Up to.
That is crazy, isn't it, Tony? You have.
What about 6,000 milliwatt cannabis seeds? Says GMAC FPV.
Yeah, so I thought I'd just go over there and get them familiar with the name Tony. I'm not allowed to give her name because she's not a legal speaker on behalf of Ofcom. But I thought I'd just have a little chat with her, show her Tony's photo. Just be
Did you
like,
ask for a number?
this man, crime against humanity. Yeah,
We're hoping to get lucky.
hopefully, hopefully, like they'll make it more easier to be able to get get licenses out to us so that we could use different milliwatt and maybe try and get Hidden Valley exempt. So when you go there, you can, because there's nothing really round there, and you're in a valley. But I was chatting to Painless, and he said like you can apparently you can use higher milliwatt if as long as it doesn't leave the ground. So any of you guys are interested in like RC yachts or RC cars or anything, you could use like 600 milliwatt.
But there's also better frequencies for more penetrative signals if you use what it's called air. Once you've gone airband or airwave, they're completely different kettle of fish and different frequencies. So actually, if you're staying on the ground, you can do a lot more anyway. Like 1.3 or something around there, I think you can do. Because 1.3 you couldn't do it on a airband sort of frequency. Yeah, well, hopefully, I mean, they've got to appreciate that this is an upcoming. It's getting more mainstream. There's more races. We've got people into it. There's more users of the radio spectrum, so they have to make allowances. Well, we can show that we are prepared to work within the framework. Tony, maybe they will actually let us out.
Why am I getting blamed for this? All my quads are 25.
Self-proclaimed 1 watt.
Tony, yeah. Speaking of which, Tony, you don't really have much of a leg to stand on, because when I was doing all those recordings and stuff, where were you, Tony? Where were you in the back of the mystery machine? Tony decided. I've got a little clip for you guys. Hang on, let me just
Let's get back to the mystery van. That means you're Shaggy. He's Scoob.
Yeah. I was laying in the back of Bradders' van, not feeling too well. Food poisoning from something, I don't know.
On Sunday, not alcohol.
Okay, it was alcohol. I was not. I was bad. Sunday, I was bad. The older you get, the harder it is to get over a hangover, I tell you. It was not very nice. But I had a great bloody time getting drunk. Jack, whatever you're putting on, please don't let it be me.
It was carnage. Tony is currently asleep in the back of the van.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. But I've got Tony vegan germs on my stuff.
You do have vegan germs.
You let me stay with him, because what happens is we usually go to a hotel and I put my arm around it at reception. I'm like, oh, come on, Tony, it'll be lovely.
What Tony doesn't realise is that it's only gay if he pushes back.
Yeah. The other side of it is that apparently he got so drunk last night, he was telling you guys how much he loved you. So surely that's more gay than me pretending to be gay.
It really is.
Did we not get that recorded, Jack? Oh, me.
Last night.
Oh, look my ring.
With Steve.
I love you, man. Have I told you I loved you? Yeah, I remember. I was pretty wasted though.
So I do believe the tinfoil hat, which if you haven't seen, is a hat that seems to make it to some of these events. I believe it was at the UK Drone Show. Is that right?
It done the rounds. Quite a lot of people wear it.
Do we have a picture of this so we can show people?
I don't. I have got.
Maybe we could raffle it off for Christmas present or something. Christmas raffle.
Yeah, I'm thinking about releasing tinfoil hats as like, let's try out.
LDO. Yeah, it would help the show. We could spend some more money on a few more bits and bobs.
Yep. We've also got Let's Drone Out stickers. There he is with the tinfoil hat.
Oh
Thanks.
yeah.
There's
So
quite a few people had that on their head Saturday night.
painless and me, tinfoil hat.
See, the LDO hat got around.
It has actually like kept its shape despite traveling hundreds of miles.
No, I made a new one when I got there.
Oh.
It had to
You
survive
should
the
have kept the
weekend.
story as though it's absorbed all this radiation and all these fields, and now it gets more powerful. But, oh.
So yeah, what did you get up to, Joe? Because I gave you a ticket, and that's the last I ever saw of you.
Well, we tried
I
to find
saw
you.
it.
I met up with Adam.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to go around and meet half the suppliers I hadn't met. Bought a couple of batteries and stuff, and just soaked it up. I tried to watch some of the racing, but I was probably badly timed to get most of that done. Saw a couple.
Yeah. What did NJ get up to? Did he get any more stuff to review?
Oh, he's a monster with it. I think he might have more stuff to review coming up soon. So check out his channel.
I know
He's
he's
coming weeks and months.
pretty sure he's going to do a Revo frame review from Fossil.
I think it's the NJ. The J must be something Irish or something. Because he got the gift of the gab to get this stuff.
No way, Frank's in the chat.
Whoa.
What's Frank doing? He's on the wrong
Frank on the
side.
edge. Yeah, come on, Frank, come back. Come back.
What are you on, like?
Can we not invite him in?
No, I know. Like, get. Send me a Facebook message, Frank. It's sunny here, windy and raining. I visited the Menace RC guys, and I've got a patch antenna. Hang on a minute. I'm just trying to find. So there you go. And I've stuck a little LDO sticker over the Menace.
Oh, that's ruined the performance of it now.
I should have moved it to the other side. Really thinking about that. I don't know why I put it
away now. You have to throw it away.
hang on. I'll move the sticker over to the other
live
side.
on air. Yeah, awesome.
These stickers are really So if you want a Let's Drone Out sticker, all you
Never remove them. Don't stick them to your skin because you'll have to have it physically, removed by graft.
I know.
Nick done our stickers, didn't he?
Yeah.
UAV graphics.
There you go. That's a bit better.
That's better.
Yeah. So share the patch. So yeah, that's a new bit, and I bought a video aerial systems pepper box as well, ready for
the green one.
Yep, peer flight. What else did I see that I checked out? CJL Tech UK is a little infrared floodlight that you can attach to your quad for night flying, and it gives out.
Looks really good, doesn't it?
Yeah, keeping you awake, are we, Tony? Loads of people notice me in the chat, and I'm like slightly.
So that works better with your infrared sensitive cameras.
Yeah.
Don't get an IR blocked camera and expect it to work.
It does work.
Tony was watching me.
What, with an IR blocked one?
It does. No, I'm saying it does work better with what you're saying on an infrared one.
Yeah. Just ignore Tony. Tony.
Shut up.
Trying to make him yawn.
How much sugar have you had today, Jack?
Not much. I've been eating cashew nuts, so I'm a bit dehydrated. I feel a bit like I got like a little bit of a dehydration headache. So did Thomas Greer. He was not in the best of moods when he saw that I would sit with him. Volume is low. I know. I'm sorry. People don't want to be legal. They don't want to be regulated by idiots. What about 600 milliwatt cannabis seeds? That's quite funny. I need to. Oh, hang on.
I think our website is. I think Brad has just texted me and said that he's sorted it out, so people can just go straight to Let's Drone Out website every Thursday, and there will be a link from there straight to us. So
yay!
Have a look at it. It's LDO. Let's Drone Out website, please.
No, Gucci.
Check it out.
If you want some stickers, email me brightontilifly@gmail.com and I will send you some out. That is awesome. Who did that? Was that you, Tone?
That's not me. I'm not very good at art.
Oh, Jay, did you do that?
Sorry, I couldn't resist. Wasn't
So
you referred back to the 600 milliwatt cannabis seeds again?
Doobie out of.
We haven't got bloody Bradders on here at the moment. That would
I
be
know.
that's his call sign.
He's animated the smoke as well. He did do. Or was he
Bradders,
just
I
drawing
don't
it?
know. No, I can't do that.
Bradders, if you're listening and can hear me, can you just text me? Is it let'sthrownit.com?
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
That is hilarious.
So it's going to be from there all the time.
So, Tone, a bit of controversial thing to bring up about who won the race.
Are you bringing that up? Are you?
I don't know. Do you want to bring
It sounds
it
like
up?
you just did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you not want to talk about it, Tony?
No.
Okay. So somebody won a race, so it's contested, and we're moving along.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who designed the track? Just saying. Sorry, let
Sometimes
me see
you're a
if Frank.
complete muppet, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, we can admit it.
Yeah, totally. Oh man, my ears still hurt after being like blown out by my. What else went on? I got to like hang out with Painless. That was kind of cool. He he got me a little ear sheen as like a little Christmas present, and I got to change the flight control board. But yeah, I get to join the Tiny Whoop crew, I think, now.
I don't know what the fuck's happened to that. Oh, dear.
That's Tony's drawing there, Jack.
Tony, thank you for not only drawing over me, but then
It doesn't really
swearing.
work on mine.
Well, technically that is a swear. So really, I think that's down to.
Oh, damn. Can we?
I'm sorry, you're the first, and
Can we timestamp this, please?
No, that's it. Well done, Tony. It's always you, isn't it? It's always
Yeah.
you who like ruins things.
there were RC cars. I couldn't get over how many cars there were there at the drone show, and
Yeah, there was
the
quite
ones
a
that were
lot.
drifting was pretty cool. But let's drive out.
I know.
I think I'm going to leave and go on. Let's drive out
Why?
because of that Goliath there. On the screen.
Look, I'm your best thing ever. Whenever something needs to get fixed, and then once I fixed it, that's it.
Yeah,
So-
I ignore you for the rest of the week.
No.
Did you try any of the sims out there? That Velocitron looked pretty good. How it was basically based on a beta flight or clean flight, wasn't it? And as a sort of flight control system, so technically the physics should be quite realistic. I know NJ did
that
actually
Ray's
try
one?
the others. Huh?
Is that Ray's sim?
The one that was over towards the side with the black and orange logo.
I think it is Ray, isn't it?
Yeah, great sim. You know, because they ran the Formula FPV sim, and it's a sim that you can download and learn
maybe it's
and
not the
race the
same.
tracks.
Maybe it's not the same one then.
Oh.
I was waiting for a go on that one. I still haven't had a go yet. But I thought they were releasing it free for a bit.
Yeah, I believe you still can get it.
Yeah.
What else has been going on in the news? Yeah, a couple of the guys went flying in Hyde Park, and some deranged woman, she can only be described as, was like, what was it? My uncle's a detective or something. And
No. Her father. It wasn't Hyde Park. It was Hyde
It was
Park,
somewhere in Birmingham.
Birmingham. Yeah, and this crazy lady, her father was a detective. She was effing and blinding. Yeah,
oh, mate,
crazy.
has
isn't it?
anyone got the link to that?
Somewhere.
It
Isn't
made
she-
it on the Daily Mail website.
Birmingham. I think it was Birmingham Tramp or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
A main point of her being really unsatisfied was that her dog could hear it.
Yeah.
You know, a
Well,
dog.
My dog could probably hear it from here. I've got good
Um,
hearing.
yeah. What else did I like? You only stopped because I came over here. You're not meant to be doing it. One of the pilots was from East Sussex, and she told him to.
Follow
Go
the
back to East
park.
Sussex.
Yeah,
Not so
that's
many
it.
words.
I know. So.
Okay, I've got the link for it. It looks like one of the original uploaders.
So, Jay, if you can play a bit of audio from it, if you don't mind.
It's just full of swearing, Jack. You'll have
Yes.
to do so much editing.
Oh yeah, true. It's almost worth doing. Just can you imagine?
That's all it'll be. People who listen to this back won't hear anything but ESE.
Work safe. NWS.
Yeah. Oh, so funny though.
It looks like Frank beat me to it. Frank, you're on the wrong side still.
I know. Sort it out.
Well, has he
It's on
sorted his internet out yet?
Mark G _R1 _FPV's channel.
Yeah.
She was a silly ditch. That's funny. GMAT pretty much sold out. Reviewing it soon, pretty good. Too many cats. Did you see the drone zone stand? I did not see the drone zone Zand. What the hell? Yep. Just look, guys. Just email me some stickers and I'll send them out.
By the way, Tony, have you tried those racecraft props yet?
No, I haven't. I'm looking forward to trying them Sunday because we are hitting Hidden Valley Sunday. So that's if the famous Jack can fix my quad. I don't know. He's losing his touch now.
Why is he losing his touch? Is that because he's
Yeah,
Well,
well, I'm good enough to fix boilers that I've never.
Yeah, that was pretty insane.
The thing is with fixing Tony's boiler is it's messing with gas, water, and electricity at all the same time.
There we go. Hold that up. Show everyone the Revo.
Oh yeah.
It's in bits, but it is my Revo.
Yeah. So if you buy a Revo, it won't look as bad as this. I just like to point this.
You got to remember, this is test. This has been test flown and crashed quite a lot.
Yeah. Tony owns this, so normally the flight controller wouldn't be hanging off and like flapping in the wind like that. That's one of the key features. The hardest part is trying to get an ACC calibration like that. But luckily you can 3D it.
See how we've see the motor stands, Jay. I got them anodized. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, not ionized, anodized.
That's because I used deionized water that I said that. That's why.
Are you still anemic, Tony?
Yes, very anemic. Yeah. Only when around you though.
You can actually. Oh, a long time ago, you could get some tinfoil, a high voltage transformer, and a piece of copper wire, and make a tinfoil triangle float using ionization of the air around it to produce lift. Unfortunately, your Revo does not do that.
Doesn't. But
no.
When it works, it's bloody fast.
So what are you also playing with 25,000 volts?
So yeah, have you noticed they've turned the arms
not this way,
but that way, and then you get to use all your thrust.
That's it.
Tony likes thrust.
I love thrust.
You love thrust. I've said this Ionocraft, they're called.
Please explain, Joe.
This is what you can do with 25,000 volts. Oh, one link. Basically, yeah, you can make things fly with lots of electricity.
Yeah, I'm sure you could. I bet if I put a 7,000 whatever volts into Jack's arse, it'd fucking fly. Oh, I just swore.
Another swore.
You've definitely done the editing for this week now. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Jack. Look, this is just all payback for you being an arse. Am I allowed to say arse?
No, you're not allowed to say anything anymore, Tony.
Okay, I'll shut up.
You're a fan.
What did you guys see that you might, you kind of like the look of?
A car.
UK drone show. A car.
No, it was actually the Thug frame stuff, the one with the kind of dihedral built into it. That looks pretty interesting.
I felt
Because
sorry for the
I've been
Thug
on the
guys.
in the small cramped space they had.
Yeah, they were out over the back, hidden away.
Yeah,
And
you had
Dominic
to go to the
Clifton
very
was
back.
there,
But you would
selling
get
his
it
new
from
flight
the
controller.
you'd get the traffic from the race side of things. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Did you
they
like
look like
his?
yeah. Oh, no, I thought it was an odd shape actually. To be honest, it's an odd shape.
It was a bit odd shape.
Yeah, but it sounds promising. I mean, it didn't have ESCs built in, did it? It had OSD and VTX. What was it? Oh, I can't remember. But all I remember is it looked odd. It looked like it came out of a Chinese toy because they're usually misshaped boards to fit.
The
But I'm sure it's very
Revo,
capable. So
the Revo is going for a world record speed test tomorrow. Anti-grav
really?
Chris Weston is doing a 6S speed test on the Revo. I mean, we've hit 100 mile an hour already, so I think we're easy.
Who's we?
When we were testing, we'd done 100 mile an hour with a Revo, and we've got that on camera and video and stuff. And I think at the moment the fastest speed is 123, I believe. 123
I think
mile
there
an
actually is
hour.
a speed limit. You know,
Is there? Well, we're going to break it.
basically 70 knots. You're not allowed to in level flight, not exceeding 70 knots. I suppose technically not level flight, you're flying forward,
Yeah.
but there is actually a speed limit on UAVs.
It's never level, is it? It's not like that. It's doing that.
That's what you have to say when you stood up in court.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I
it was
wasn't
not actually
level.
level flight, it was forward flight. I mean, they'll probably change that because are the police now gonna start giving speeding tickets for points on your drone
I think
license?
they should. I'm dropping serious hints over the Ofcom.
Yeah, but it's not their remit. They're only the transmission of the signal. I mean, the actual physical speed would be a policing matter, I'm sure.
I know. I need to put up like pictures of Tony and just be like, arrest this man.
So far, someone hasn't been able to set off a speed camera with a 130 despite going over the speed limit. They're too small, I think.
Oh, well, apparently eagles and stuff like that, like birds, set them off, and the shutters at the back of fans and stuff, as they rattle.
Maybe
Move
it's
really
something to do with the
fast.
props absorbing some. I don't know. Apparently, well, maybe we need to test with permission. Can you set
Go
off a speed
lower
camera? Has anyone done it in
along.
the chat? If anyone has, let us know.
I
We
know.
want video
Like,
proof.
That'd be pretty cool to do, wouldn't it?
I've
I
always
think they're
wanted to
too
do it.
small.
Always wanted to give it a go, but it is naughty. Do you know what I mean? And they'll have photographic evidence of you being a gob.
Yeah. We won't forward it on.
No.
But the Surveillance Investigative Powers Act will just see it anyway, so be careful.
Want to mention events coming up? Popham Drone Show on the 17th. Rotor Racing at the Triangle on the 18th.
Of December.
Yep.
What's that? It's indoor and one outdoor then?
Yep. Burgess
So-
Hill, Triangle,
There's a very
and
tiny
Popham
one
Airfield.
in Bedfordshire, a little drone workshop. So if you wanted to build something, there is something over in Cambridge sort of way. Have a look at the drone workshop. That's the one I know.
Cool,
But it's
cool.
the grid, isn't it? There's too many people needing to still shop for presents, like me.
Yep. I still haven't got my hands on a Raptor antenna yet. I think Tony's
Yeah,
getting his.
I forgot to buy one actually. I was supposed to buy one and completely forgot. I think it was because I was not feeling too great on the Sunday.
I know you
That's
did
no
not know what was
excuse.
going on.
I did.
Did
I
anyone
remember a
take
lot
advantage of that?
of people were like, "Why is he the same color as his jumper?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Tony."
Oh, that was so bad.
Tony's not feeling very well. Tony's not really feeling himself anymore.
Like, I didn't feel better until 9 o'clock that evening.
Oh.
Really
But
bad.
I mean, chats with hopefully Tom Smith will come on the show. Mr. Clean Flight, Dominic Clifton will come on the show. They're
Hey,
the sort
lads.
of two main people I did some serious nagging to. I've had one message off.
There's got to be some carrot in there as well. Everyone has carrot in their
Sorry, Andrew Newton as well. I was trying to get some fixed wing love off him.
Was he there?
No, I've just been on Skype chatting with
Oh,
him.
okay. Is that the
On the
kitchen table, isn't it?
No.
Who's on the kitchen
That's
table?
Simon. That's Simon Newton, but now it's a new guy, and I forgot his name, but he's lovely. It's just a bit weird watching his. So I remember seeing him. I was like, it's not the same without you, man, because it's really weird watching his intro and then it not be him. So I mean, I'm still subscribed, but and there's a lot less DJI stuff, which makes me not want to kill myself. But yeah, Jay.
Yeah.
You and Adam are gonna start your own show, apparently.
Yeah. I think once we've got this Christmas malarkey out of the way, and we've got a bit more time. Yeah, we're gonna just start something. It's got to cater for things that are more commercial, UAV, other things that aren't really races. So yeah, it should be interesting. We're going to see what happens with that. See how we go. We'll announce it on here before it actually happens. But we did a little get together at the drone show to discuss some ideas and things. Because I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are looking for drones and things like that. That are looking for aerial platforms and farming aspects of it. So it's going to be kind of a news and a broad news for tech around UAV, not just racing and freestyle.
Are we going to be allowed on your show?
And Tony's personal problems. Yeah, of course we are. Woodcopter needs to make a special, DIY aerial platforms on a budget. Woodcopter will get on there.
I only fancy.
You've got a hexacopter anyway that you've been trying to sell for 2 years, haven't you?
Oh, that thing! I've just given up. I'm going to take the bits off it and put it on my plane. I think.
I wanted
turn to own GPS.
Tone.
Got your own on the floor. I was around there the other day. Looked down and there's one on the floor. Use that one.
It's not the same.
Where's the love? Where's the love? I'm thinking about selling my QAV 540G. So I don't use it as much anymore.
So we're going to arrange a special episode where me and Tony are going to get married.
Wow.
Christmas
can I be the unofficial minister or the humanist? Oh,
yes.
you'll have a humanist wedding. Humanist.
Yeah. Jay, all you've got to do is go to the Life Church website, fill out the form, and wait for your.
I can do it. Oh.
And then print off your thing. Jay's going to marry me and Tony.
Yeah.
Excellent. Can't wait.
Is that January or is that December?
No, just before December. It's going to be our special Christmas show. I've got to check out when the last.
The Life Church. I better get on that.
It's not joking either, are you, Jay?
We need.
I bet you make me do stuff.
But
can I fly a drone into one of your heads like that wedding video from a long time ago?
Sure thing, Joe.
Into his, he won't feel a thing.
Might get tangled in your hair, Jack.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I need a new haircut. Hang
Actually,
on.
can we cut your hair with a Revo upside down?
No, have you not seen someone yet? She tried to cut hair with a drone, but it didn't work.
Not work.
Actually, that's the problem. Yeah, it was quite a funny video.
Yeah,
I think that'd be good.
UK drone show. So yeah, the 22nd is going to be the wedding show. So save that in your diary. We need to invite all our friends.
And family?
Yeah, and family if you want. I might get my mum on.
Why are we getting married?
Because I fix your stuff. You said.
And well, there's undying love between you both. I mean, we've seen it. All the people that have been tuning into the show have seen the love develop over the year, and how now you can't live without each other. And when you're not actually in the same place, you have to get so annoyed at each other. That's why you're getting married.
Tony, are you? I never.
He did fix my van. My van got frozen. My heater didn't turn on, so my thermostat didn't work, and it might have froze up. So I had to drive down to Jack's because I know he had a fan heater, so we run extension cables out to my van and left it plugged in for about 2 hours, which thawed all the pipes out and everything. But I turned the back on, and it started leaking from my boiler, and I was like, oh my God, I can't get one of these for about 14 days. If you fix this, I'll marry you. And didn't he? So we took the whole boiler out of my van and everything, and now he's holding this against me.
All I can say, Tony, is careful what you wish for.
Yep.
I know.
I just, there's nothing quite like marrying someone who's homophobic.
Well, not only that, you should be best friends if you get married, so you're perfect for it.
Yeah. Who are you going to get as your bridesmaids, Tone?
Jay.
Yuli FPV.
Jay can't be a bridesmaid because Jay's the minister.
I want to plait Jay's hair.
You can plait my hair and I'll be minister still, okay? But no, Yuli FPV, Zoe FPV. The others we're gonna get.
You have to fly Zoe over.
Yeah, and Yuli.
That's gonna cost you, Jack. I haven't seen my ring yet.
You shouldn't put a price on the cost of a wedding for you two. It's no expense spared, surely.
It's my special time.
Tight Tony.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get Chad to write a speech.
So whose house are you gonna move into? Jack's flat or your house there, Tone?
No one's moving anywhere.
I love how annoyed
It's gonna be a long-range relationship. I'm actually going to move
Jack,
further away.
He's not annoyed. He's actually like really looking forward to this. You can tell it in the tone of his voice.
Mm.
Did you? Have you told your parents yet that you're marrying a guy?
Marrying a Jack, a big cuddly teddy bear cat Jack.
Oh, you could have done a lot worse, Tone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A lot worse.
Yeah.
And he'll fix your quads. Like slave away every day while you're out working.
He's had that one a week. He ain't fixed that one. He's a useless.
Yeah, but he can cook as well.
He can't cook.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Jay, I want you to let the listeners know what was waiting for you with the ticket.
There was a bag of chocolate buns which actually went down a treat. Thank you, Jack. Giant buns, not just the small standard buns. A giant bag of giant buns.
Yeah, unopened, unmolested.
Yeah.
Genuine. Everyone likes a bit of rough.
And now I have diabetes. No, that was a welcome way.
But that's that's a pleasure, my friend. Thank you for sharing your biscuits, man. They were coming to you.
Is there any more questions in the chat, Jack?
Wedding gifts, Tone? What do you want? Are you going to write like a little wedding gift?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's the other bonus of getting married.
And you're going to have a quad together, or are you going to have it like one joined to the hip or something? A quad.
We can attach some like cans with some string on the Revo and like run it down the path.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, we'll do that with a few phantoms. Dom's got one and I've got one, so we can get that underway. And then we're filming at the same time. We've got the tingling. It's going to be a good day, guys. Look forward to it.
All right. I think we're taking this a bit too far. Fucking hell.
He hates it.
Jay, it's a shame you live so far away because we're flying on Sunday.
I know. Actually, I've got prior commitments to go cutting with lasers and flying indoors at a library somewhere. The indoor event / drone workshop.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that should be quite good. So otherwise, I would have been down there. I haven't been down there in months, and it was my second home for the summer.
It was, wasn't it? You were like moved in on there with your tent. Every time I turned up, you were there.
Yeah. Oh, it's an awesome spot. And don't forget, I think they're chasing up invoices. I'll do a little bit for Hidden Valley.
Yeah. So
basically, if you haven't got any old invoices, you may have got an email or not, but they're just trying to finalize it all for the year and move into next year fresh and up to date and balanced. So I think there's a few outstanding. But it's an awesome spot, and I'm looking forward to spring camping down there, summer camping, autumn camping.
Oh, so am I. I can't wait. Are we going to do a bigger and better LDO games this next
Yeah, I think we are. Well, I think there's obviously after this weekend, the next big thing is usually May with the International Drone Day, and I think we use something like that as a venue for running some LVO games event.
Yeah, we do need to sort something out for International Drone Day. I don't think Dom.
No, I mean it's a lot of work for Dom, and he's done an excellent job in the last couple of years. But he wants a year off, and understandably. So who wants to be a Michael Eavis of the drone world?
I might do it if
The thing is, it's basically
Frank does it.
what it is it's often good to be run by the community for the community, because then everyone can share the load and it's not down to one person. And Frank at the Audio Games was an amazing job. So I think if we all pitch together as a community, we can make it, something special. Right, let's chat about that. And if anyone wants to get involved, send us a message or something. Drop us a message on Facebook or in Google Plus or on this YouTube video, and let us know.
Yeah. I'm thinking about doing it. But I need. This is a shout out. Basically, the three aspects I want to do is I'm going to try and have it so it's free. It's at Hidden Valley. I'd like to have somewhere that we can build. And the other thing is a live, proper sit round, let's drone out and have a chat with a few guests on. And then last but not least, I want an open flight line. So basically,
yeah, sounds good.
Not focused on racing. Like, I'm kind of, I want to say I'm banning racing, but basically, if you guys want to race, there's a track. 4 people come up when it's your turn. If you guys want to race together, you race together. A couple of you who want to freestyle, you come up, you guys freestyle. Any of the other guys just want to have a hover around, and someone else. The people that call up to the flight line, amongst yourselves, say what you're going to do and look out for each other. But just have it where it's more about a display of like what drones are out there and what you can do, and it doesn't have to be. There's no stress. There's no transponders. There's no timing. There's no sat around getting frustrated at each other. Hopefully have something where people bring interesting things like tricopters and fixed wing and all manner, and have a line of sight, and then maybe a little freestyle event, and that's it. That's kind of what I'm looking for. But in order for us to not be exhausted, like killing Frank and the guys who actually do Let's Drone Out, to be able to put on a decent show, we need a couple of volunteers
and suppliers. Because the other thing is, in a field, if someone, I think there's a lot to actually undertake of it, and this is what we're mentioning for now. But some suppliers, some people to help volunteer with some stuff, will all make it work. And I don't think it's set in concrete that we wouldn't have any racing or anything. But obviously, there's a lot of people that wouldn't feel as comfortable turning up if they felt there was only going to be racing. So we're open to ideas.
Yeah.
It's going to be a mixed bag, but the racing's going to be like laid back racing. Just turn up. If you've never done it before, just turn up and have a go. Like there's going to be no counting.
And also, even experienced players that want to have a go, take a ticket, have a few laps, see if you can set the fastest lap of the day, just from your phone stopwatch or something. It's open to all, but we don't want to exclude people.
As soon as you have, there is going to be racing, it scares a lot of the newbies off. And I never thought about it until Frank did the Let's Drone Out fun games where there wasn't any racing, and it was the first time I actually saw newbies come up. And I want to have a build tent that like a couple of generators where like we can build and get I think International Drone Day is about spreading the hobby. I'm rather about egos and who's faster and all this racing. I just rather rather just have a sort of open flight line, because I remember it wasn't it was like this sort of opening for Hidden Valley. And do you remember, like me and you, Jay, at the flight line of the line of sight flight line, and we just all fly together, and it was just all took it in turns and just had a load of fun. And it's nice to have like a like an easy going, no stress. It's just about enjoying the hobby.
But also, I think camping here overnight, that is always if there's enough people and there's campfires and stuff, it's a weekend event.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. We've had some awesome flyers there, whoever's been down there with me camping. Oh, you've seen them. The best thing of Hidden Valley is camping with fire.
Yeah.
So at least in the weekend, people can plan down and come down from much further afield. So yeah. May time we're looking at, aren't we? May next year. Formulating live on air our plans to.
Yeah. So I just need a good few reliable people to like help do it, and not like most events lately, everyone leaves everything to the last minute. So and Mike, it needs to cater for beginners. You know what I mean? Because at the moment it's just like all these races are kind of. And this strict thing is pushing a lot of people out, and scaring a lot of people off. Or, it's like it's almost like like if you're into a hobby and then just going to like the professional league of it, like having a kick around with your mates and then seeing a professional football game for the first time, and you just think, why do we bother? You know what I mean? It's like we'll never get to that level when really it's International Drone Day should be just about enjoying the hobby and having fun with your mates.
I agree.
And winning.
Yeah.
No, Jay.
Yeah.
No, Jay.
No, but taking part, and there's more and more people that are going to have next year, because even in our local groups and stuff are spread all around the country, people are still just discovering these things and getting on board. And now more than ever, I think there needs to be events that it's open up for anyone to fly, not just a display thing, not just a race thing. So watch this space.
Indeed.
So, yeah.
I think we've done our hour, haven't we? Just about.
Yeah.
Oh, you had enough time.
We're on a bit late.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. Thank you. You've been listening to Let's Drone Out. I believe the website is fixed. Thank you, Simon Bradley.
Thank you,
Smoke weed every day, 420.
420.
Yeah. So everyone can go there now and find us every time.
If it works. It's consistent.
It works.
All right, thank you. You've been listening to Let's Drone Out. I've been joined by the mystery machine himself.
Tony, that's you.
Jay.
Is it me?
You were in the mystery van, weren't you? I drive the mystery van.
I was in the back of
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Yep, and we have been joined by my fiancée.
Soon to be married.
You're lucky I got a sense of humour, you great Yeti. Bonjour.
You can't be friends with me unless you have got a sense of humour.
Yes, you're right.
All right, no worries. And I've been bright until I fly. Good night.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, all.
Bye.